Hello everyone. Welcome. My name is Jim King. I am the Associate Executive Director with the Elementary Schools Department here at NCEA. Thank you for joining me. I want to share a couple ideas on this Advent season and for your classroom, for your school, possibly how you can make it a little more prayerful, a little more reflective, a little more service-oriented, and a way to kind of pull your school and classroom in that direction for this season. So I have a few tips just want to share with you. Okay, so one of the pieces I have for you here, first of all, is a great NCEA resource, Advent and Christmas Reflections by Father Tom Simmons, great guy out of Creighton University, and he has put together an entire boatload of prayers, reflections, activities in which you can go ahead and do within your students, with your school, and there are reflections and prayer services for every day of the week. Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the 8 days following Christmas then as part of the Christmas season. So it's a tremendous resource. Check it out if you have not already. Now, one of the other pieces that you have available to you, go to Loyola Press. If you look in their Advent section, I've put a small URL listing up there for you. You're going to have, again, an entire large resource in which you can do with your students throughout the Advent season. Great activities, good prayers, nice school-wide reflections that you can do. It's really going to be a strong resource for you. Now, over at Cyber Pilgrim, this is another great site for you. You have a long list of activities, some really good reflective videos. If you like those with your students, really encourage you to check those out. It's a nice, deep resource. Really good opportunity there for you to check out. And I've also listed some different websites here that have some prayers for you, and you can, they're pretty self-explanatory. You have access to that right there. Also, there are some nice apps available. Life of Jesus, I know it's an iOS app. And it talks about the virgin birth for primary grades. Beautiful, well-constructed, nice story time app. If you go over to the folks out at Caritas, they are actually an Australian Catholic organization, and you can access their website, or they also have an app, which you can utilize in both Android and iOS. Go to that. It has all Advent reflections for every single day. You can check those out. And then also I have a whole list of other prayer apps here that you can use all the time. If you haven't checked out 3-Minute Retreat, beautiful app again from Loyola, and it is web-based as well, so you can do that with your students. I want to throw out one more idea to you here. Go ahead and have the students utilize the Christmas carols that are available, Silent Night, Away in a Manger, O Holy Night. You have a whole host of these traditional ones, but let them go ahead and create their own music video to this, their own reflection. You can use the traditional, you can use the modern images. For your older, more talented students, have them go ahead and sing, or many of them are accomplished musicians themselves. They can go ahead and play it, and then use this as part of prayer services for the rest of the school. It really works out very well. Spend a little time going around the nativity scene. Let students have reflections on each of the characters involved there from what was their experience at the first nativity for each of these folks, but then also turn it around to who are the modern angels who reach out, proclaim God's word, help others, the shepherds, who are the marginalized on the edge of society, who are the wise men, who are those who are very wealthy and powerful, who act in philanthropic ways. Kind of reach out and extend that idea to folks as well. Couple ideas there of some sharing reflection ideas of what you can do with what God gifts, which of God's gifts the students have. They can put those on something like a gift wrap box, an ornament, and put those up there. Again, another piece you could incorporate into a prayer service to have them think about all the good gifts that God has already given them. You can use some video connections again and have students reflect on those. Peanuts, Christmas, their Christmas show, The Grinch, even Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, some classics. Let them watch those. They run about 20 minutes, really, when you take out the videos, but then have them watch it again. Let them go ahead and do that. Then what you can go ahead and do is have the students write some reflections on really what are the important values that are being talked about there. Vine videos are very popular with students. If you're not familiar with them, it's kind of a videoized Twitter. You have 6 seconds for a video. I know for some of us it seems extremely fast. Students very comfortable with the idea. Let them run with it and see what they can do there. I want you to also go ahead and think about how you can go ahead as a class and support some of the special organizations that are there and being supported by the school or parish, but turn that into something year-long. So look for that. Also, your school can go ahead and look at some of these groups and organizations that really try to benefit people. CRS, as well as some others listed there, do a wonderful job of adding sometimes education, domesticated animals to people, and these things make an impact for a life-changing event for the community. So consider that, possibly even in lieu of gifts being given to you personally as a teacher. Some of these are actually even very clever. The IJM site there with Advent Conspiracy, if you go to the App Store for iOS, or I think even the Android, and look up Advent Conspiracy, their app will let you, as you say, bypass the Starbucks that morning, you can make an instant donation of that amount actually to the organization. So some very clever ways of kind of approaching that. For a follow-up to this, please feel free to email me. You can reach me here at the NCEA offices. Email address, just simply jking@ncea.org. Or you can go ahead and be following me on Twitter. That account is capital NCEA, capital J, capital KING. And that's my Twitter account. Be sharing more ideas like this with you in the future. So from all of us here at the Elementary Schools Department, the Schools Department of NCEA, and all of us wish you a very blessed Advent season and a happy Christmas. Thank you all very much.